Let's start from elementary. I was always bigger than the other kids, and I was always like taller, but like also whiter. I was definitely pushed around a lot, bullied a ton, and it was just not a good situation. And I honestly started feeling like so lonely and just depressed. Everybody was against me, and I had no friends. Sixth grade rolls around, think it's all gonna be different. Nothing changed. It got worse. Gym class was horrible because I was the fattest kid there. I was the biggest kid there. Wasn't very good at running because I was big, and everybody was just like pushing me around. Like I felt hated. Just be sitting there with my hood up, listening to music and crying. When I went home, I couldn't talk about it. I felt like a failure, that I couldn't stand up to these people who were pushing me around. You're supposed to go to your mom after everybody's treated you like crap and just give me a hug. For some reason, I couldn't do that, and home wasn't home anymore. It was just a place where I slept. I contemplated how I failed that day. I got angry, yelled at my mom. I was alone, even at home. I remember the day I broke. I decided I was gonna make a plan. I decided that I was gonna plan to kill myself because I thought that was the only way. I didn't want to burden my family. I didn't want to burden anybody else anymore. I didn't want to drag anybody down. I was tired of being pushed around. I was tired of the world beating me down. I was tired of it all. I just gave up. And I ended up seeing a guy in the hallway, and he said, "How you doing?" I said, "Pretty crap." He's like, "So what are you doing this weekend?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't do much. I just gotta stay home. I don't got really many friends." Looked at me, he said, "Why don't you come to my small group?" I had no friends. It felt like nobody cared, but at that one moment, I felt cared for. At that moment, I said, "Okay, God, show me what you got." He did. He took me on this journey that was amazing. We ended up going to C3 Sports. Brother started playing soccer. My mom ended up talking to the leaders of C3 Sports, Barb and Brad, and they are amazing. Barb looked at my mom and said, "Why don't you come to our church?" We fell in love. It was finally like we found a place where we could fall home. I later went to the youth group, and I started going to the youth group. The youth pastor looked at us and he's like, "We're gonna do D Now." What in the world is D Now? So I go, I'm listening, but I'm also not listening, and then the last night rolls around. The guy who was leading it looks at us and he's like, "If you want to say anything, you can come and do it." And a sister gets up. She gets up, she walks up on stage, and she breaks down into sobs. Starts apologizing for all the mean things she'd done to her sister, and she's like, "Will you please forgive me?" And the sister gets up, walks up on stage, hugs her, starts crying too. And I'll never forget, she said, "I'm willing to try." I looked down and I just kind of looked back up and I just went, "Okay, God, I see what you're about." And right then and there, without telling a single person, I accepted Jesus Christ into my life. After D Now, I went to a church talent show, and I saw this guy. He got up on stage, he started telling jokes, and I was like, "Wait, we can do that?" And that was the first time God called me to do anything. I felt this incredibly driven to get up on that stage and start telling jokes. So what did I do the very next year? I obeyed God, and I got up on stage and I started telling jokes. It wasn't the best first attempt, I'll admit, but it made me learn something. God showed me He wanted me to make people laugh. He wanted me to show people joy, because I knew what it was like to have no joy, to be depressed, to be alone, to be self-hating and destructive. This all goes beyond jokes. It's not just jokes anymore. I have this calling inside of me to help people, to be that friend, be that person that listens to them, to show them this light that I didn't have, and to show them love. I am Clint Gray. Don't forget to laugh.